J. Frederick Smith here, Continental Realty of Jax, and we're walking into 4443 Turner Avenue in Jacksonville. This is an open door home, and as such, it is completely vacant. We're going to be able to walk through here in just a couple of minutes. Hopefully, this video will be some assistance to you. So, first thing I notice are the luxury vinyl plank floors that I see. I don't know if it's throughout the entire home, but both bedrooms, as this is a two-bedroom house, seem to be furnished with that same flooring type. Not the bathroom, though. There's something going on with the bathroom that we'll look at in a minute. The main living space is maybe 14 feet or so across, pretty long from this corner to the front door, maybe 24 feet. That doesn't include the space in the hallway. I'm concerned that there's no power in this home, though. Let me just see what happens when no, there is power. Okay, so we're good with that. The reason why I say that is because there was an issue with the locks. It took me a few minutes to actually get into the house. So, chandelier over what would be considered the dining space. You know, I'm not sure that this home merits that size of a chandelier in this space. I think it probably is too big. Really, because you're not going to be able to fit, well, maybe you could fit a round table that would actually be the diameter of that, so it might be okay. Windows. So looking at the windows, as I mentioned before, it looks like these are newer vinyl windows, double pane, so you have some good insulation there, and I'm seeing those everywhere. Lots of light, big open window here. The panel we're going to get to in just a minute. Ceiling height is probably 8.5 feet. Nice high ceilings. Not my favorite height, but really, really good. Coming into the kitchen, what we've got are poured cement countertops. Poured cement is pretty popular for industrial style homes. This isn't really an industrial style home, although it does have some of the features. That's what they're doing with the shelves here and the metal brackets, and with that kind of a boxy light fixture there and over the sink. Drop-in fiberglass or some kind, actually it's aluminum sink, nice and deep. The sink is very modern looking. The faucet itself has the, just the little pull off here for your sprayer. Otherwise it attaches to this bar. And there's a place for a button for a garbage disposal or soap, but there doesn't appear to be an actual button. There is a garbage disposal, however. Thank you so much. A little window to look out at your very expansive, enormous, giant, huge, etc. backyard. So, you can keep an eye on the kids or whatever. Or, whoever's doing the barbecue right there, make sure they're, paying attention to the grill instead of talking on their phone and letting things burn. Plenty of cabinet space. Now, these look like the original cabinets, or they're maybe not original, but they're definitely not new cabinets. The pulls are not my favorite, but they are these, and soft closes on the doors. They are these little curved old-fashioned handles and knobs. They didn't use any of those. They used the same thing for the drawers as well. And these cabinets are beautiful. Look at this. We've got solid maple doors, drawers. This is a maple plywood panel on the bottom. This is really nice. These are good quality, really good quality cabinets. So I appreciate that. I wonder what this is. Okay, so you got a little undermount light with the switch right here. And this goes all the way down to the end of the counter, across the range, and down to the corner there, as you can see. Gives you lots of undermount light. Thank you so much for that. This looks like a Lazy Susan. Nope, it's just a corner shelf. I was hopeful. I don't get to see those too much. But, all things considered, lots of storage. Black appliances. The refrigerator is kind of a charcoal gray. It's not really black. It's not new, but it's definitely nice. with the freezer underneath. The thing about having the freezer down below like that is food stays colder and therefore it lasts longer. The bad news is it's harder to get access to that stuff. We've got all of these built-in can lights, the LED style, in the kitchen as well as in the living room. So let's just look here. First, this probably was the original exterior door. And maybe this went into the garage because we've got now this other room, but you can tell that because of the transition that this is not the original, part of the original structure. So, okay, looks like we've got a brand new, or at least the plastic is still on. Maybe it's not brand new. Washer and dryer. I can't open it. Now, this is your hot water heater. Tankless. I love it. Saves so much money. And we've got some kind of water purification system here as well, although the filter needs to be replaced. You know, this is a really great setup for your laundry room. And look at all this countertop space and cabinet space that you have in the laundry room. So this laundry room is probably as big as one of the bedrooms and has so much storage that, you know, who needs a pantry? You could use this for your pantry, by the way, since it is right next to the kitchen. The appliances, I'm sure, would be going with the house, and we would be asking for them just to make sure. To give you an idea of, okay, this is actually, looking at this, I was thinking luxury vinyl plank, but really what we have is Pergo. So this is a manufactured wood product. It has a pressed paper bottom. The blue is a waterproofing seal, and it snaps together. So if you look, you can see, you know, it looks kind of like fancy, that press board stuff that you would hang pegs on. And that's basically what it is, with just a very, very thin veneer of vinyl over the top that has this stamped pattern on it. So this is not as waterproof as luxury vinyl plank, and it is more susceptible to damage, but these floors look beautiful. I mean, they really do. So I'm not going to complain. I'm only mentioning it so you understand that the floor would need a little different kind of maintenance. You can't be quite so carefree. You do have to kind of pay attention to this more than a luxury vinyl plank floor because it's a wood product and susceptible to moisture. It's also susceptible to scratching much more than luxury vinyl plank. As you can see here, somebody slid something through here and unfortunately scratched the floor up a little bit. A little bit of shoe polish of the appropriate color will hide that stuff. You would never even know it happened. Door out the back in case for some reason you're all muddy and you want to come in and not walk through the house, right? So it's a great place for a shoe rack, nice pad there, maybe a boot scraper or something. So you can come in kind of a mud room as well. All things I really like what we have here for our laundry facility. Now, this is a curiosity to me, okay? This pass-through is made to allow wires and whatnot to go usually up the wall for a TV or something else. I wonder, since I'm not seeing another one up, I wonder if there's something around the other side. So let's just take a quick look at that. So if we look around the other side of this door here, I don't see another pass-through, so I don't know what that's for, but hey, it's there, you know, an artifact of someone's great idea that obviously is no longer in play. So well, let's go ahead and continue. We've seen the kitchen, we've seen the laundry room. This is your main living space once again. You've seen that. There's enough room here for a couch and a TV and a dining table, but it's still gonna feel kind of cramped because this house really, frankly, isn't that big. But you know, if you don't have a lot of furniture, this still is a nice sized room. So first thing I wanna do is hit the bathroom. Now, right away, I can see that there is a height difference between the floor here, where the Pergo ends at the doorway, and the height of the tile. What that means is that they put something underneath. Now what I'm hoping is that it is a cement fiberboard with the tile on the top, which would cause it to be higher than the floor. And if that's the case, these floors are going to be great. But it could also mean that there was something that happened in the bathroom at one point, and now they need to put some wood down there to hide or repair some dry rot or other moisture problems. Because there is no shower door. Sorry, no shower door. Tile work looks nice. I like the black on the white since it matches the floor. There is a shower bar curved, but that's not the same as a shower door. And a shower curtain will not protect your floors nearly as well as a glass shower door will. Interesting shower head with a sprayer. I've never seen anything quite like that before, but it has the extender bar, so you can move that around quite a lot. Oiled bronze, that's what they call this blackish color. Faucet and handle. Looks like this has been in use for a while because I do see some staining on the drain plug here in the tub, and it's the same. So probably has been here original, and that's okay. So we've got the very interesting industrial light vanity lights, 4 of them with a big flat mirror. Then we've got this farmhouse look, which I'm not sure this really goes, but hey, it's what it is. Farmhouse style vanity, I guess you would call it. Not really, just some shelves with a drop-in sink and the farmhouse style faucet. It looks nice. I'm not sure that this really matches, but you know what? I don't care. It looks good enough for me. So Nest thermostat, thank you. Doesn't seem to be working right now. Master bedroom. Same luxury vinyl plank. Big ceiling fan without a light, but you do have the inset lighting. That's the LEDs. The bathroom has a door that's a pocket door without the pull. Now, the problem here is a pocket door should have a little gizmo that you can pull out so you can open it if this gets closed all the way. I'm not seeing that. Okay, but the door will not actually close all the way, so I guess it's not a problem. But also, that little gizmo that would pull out would give you a way of locking this door. There is no lock, which means that, if you're in here and somebody comes in, well, guess what? The door is not level. It will open or close itself. Let's open it all the way. That could be from settling, I don't know. But at least the door has an automatic close feature built in, right? If nothing else. We've got the same kind of little vanity, farmhouse style vanity that we saw in the hall bath. There is a nice big window looking out. Unfortunately, it's not opaque. Which means that if you're here brushing your teeth or whatever, and your neighbors are over there looking over the fence, they're going to be seeing your smiling, frothy face. I guess that's part of the deal. The blinds, you've at least got, you can put down. Toilet seems like it's clean and in good shape. The floors, this hexagonal tile pattern in black. Decent looking, although it's a little bit dirty in some places. They used the same similar tile in the shower. This, by the way, is not new. It's been there. Same, you can tell because the floors here have got a little bit of a darker color in the grout, indicative of some staining, mineral staining probably. A scrub brush would clean a lot of that out without too much problem. Wire brush. Or a little CLR poured on there might also take that up. If you use CLR, you have to be careful because sometimes it will strip the finish off of a tile and then the tile will look different. And that can be a problem if you only use it in one spot or if it's left on one spot longer than the other. Now, on the wall, they put in 4 little inset boxes for your shampoos and soaps and whatnot when they did the tile work. They didn't trim them out, though, so you can see the edges of the tiles. That's kind of too bad. It makes me think that's a little bit of an amateur job here. But, the tiles are laid nice and square, and they were laid correctly. I know that because if I look right here, at the middle, the very center, I see a tile. That's exactly what you're supposed to see. Now also, you'll see that the tile is really skinny at the top, and at the bottom, you've got a matching skinny tile. That is also exactly what I'm supposed to see. That would be something that would be done by a professional. However, leaving these untrimmed like this, that wouldn't be. So I'm kind of unsure as to who did the work. I'm happy with it. I just, for the work, you would think that they would have at least put a little trim piece in there to hide those edges. Maybe they just didn't have the cash, and that's a possibility. Inset lighting here, these are the tiny LED lights. There's also one over the sink. The AC is here, but currently it's all closed up. And you do have a vent. Now this goes out probably, if you watch the exterior video, to the little silvery tube hose, like a dryer hose that we saw up in the attic space earlier. Ground fault interrupter outlet in the bathroom. Thank you so much. If you drop your hairdryer in the sink, you really want one of those, especially if the floor is wet. Okay, so closet. The master has a nice sized walk-in closet. This is probably 60 inches or 5 feet deep and maybe 12 feet or 14 feet long. They put a closet kit in here already. I don't see shoe racks, which is what I would need, but there is a lot of shelving and also bars for hanging clothes. Most of these look like they are put in at the appropriate heights. There is a little bit of discoloration from either rust or other things on here. So, maybe it would need a good wipe down, but that's not an issue as far as buying it goes. That just means you have to actually do a little cleaning. You can take these shelves off real easy. They just lift up, and take them out to the yard and use your power sprayer on them. That's what I would do. And let them sit in the sun for a while, and then they'll be great. And they're very adjustable. I appreciate that. You could even throw another shelf or two down here on the bottom if you wanted for some shoes. I'll come and visit you if you do that. Okay, so the walk-in closet is nice and big. The main master bedroom is maybe 15 by 18 in size. That's just my estimate. There's 2 windows here to let in some light. I kind of feel like it's not quite enough, but it's not bad. Ceiling fan looks good. Ceiling looks good. No changes in the ceiling height, by the way, any place that we've looked. Now, we're just going to go ahead and make a quick stop here and look at this panel. The panel looks nice and clean. And as you can see here, it's a square D panel. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a square D panel. And square D is a decent brand. All of the circuits are marked. Thank you so much. Everything is turned on, but for some reason that front door is not powered. I don't know why. Maybe the battery's bad in it. Good panel. Looks new. The vent for the AC, for the furnace, that means probably what we're going to see here in the second bedroom is that access to the furnace is in this closet. We're going to check that in just a minute. The bedroom itself has 3 windows, much better lighting than the master. The normal inset lights that we've been seeing, same ceiling fan as in the other room. The room itself is not very big, maybe 11 by 16 would be what I would say. The smoke detector needs a new battery. I'm sure you heard that. That's the problem. These windows need some cleaning too, by the way. They're a little bit on the dusty side. That's okay, it's what it is. Let's have a look in this closet. I really am curious to see if I'm right about, okay, so this is where the furnace is, and it looks like they built it in. The closet here has a light. Let's see if we can get access to that. All right, the closet here is from this, where they built this little wall, is maybe 30 inches deep by maybe 6 feet. There is no bar, no shelf, no nothing. You would have to add some kind of a closet kit in this thing for it to be usable as a closet, unless you're just going to stack boxes. That's okay. I want to know about the furnace. We saw that. So it's behind the wall there. There is literally no access to the furnace. It's literally built in. If you ever wanted to service that furnace, you're going to have to pull out these panels, this one here and this one up above, so that you can get in there and change filters and whatnot. This wall really should come out, or at least half of it, so you can get into that furnace if you need to. Overall, I'd say the bedroom is okay for a second bedroom. Good size for an office, lots of light, fixtures are nice, wall color is the same as the taupey gray that we see through most of the properties Open Door has. All of the trim is nicely painted, looks good, all the outlets are good. All of the fixtures on the doors are nice. I like the lever style door handles. The paint on the doors is good, the hinges are good. You know, mostly this is a really nice little house. Access to your attic. Now what you're going to have here is a ladder. If we pull this down, you're going to see that there's a ladder here that will let you get up in there to store your Christmas goodies and whatnot. Or to, you know, just hide your bodies, I guess, would also work. Problem is that after a while up there, it would start to smell, but hey, you know, I guess if you seal them up nice in some plastic, it would be okay. So once again, we're at 4443 Turner Avenue. And this is a home being sold by Open Door. It's, I think, $247,000 on a big lot. I would say it's at least an acre in size. I'd have to look at the listing, but it's at least an acre, I'm sure of it. Sits well back off the road. There's no garage, but a nice gravel area for parking. Lots of mature southern pine trees on the property. Some industrial style features that I find interesting. I'm not sure that they're perfectly fitting the house, but I still like them. Like the concrete slab countertops. A poured concrete counter is very unusual. The raw wood and black metal shelving, the way that the lighting is kind of matching that shelving. And everything about this house so far, I really like it. I wish it was bigger. That's my main thing. Gosh, if this was another maybe 300 square feet that you could add between the kitchen and the living room, maybe 500 square feet and add another bedroom, wow, what a great house this would be. I love the laundry room. I love the grounds. I like the neighborhood. I love the countertops in the kitchen. I love the fact that it's got a new roof and a new electrical panel, and all of the outlets are a newer style outlet. I love the big picture window in the living room. All things considered, I have to say, guys, this is a pretty good one. Why didn't they replace the front door, though? Front door's painted, but it certainly needs some work. It's been banged up pretty hard. You know, that's a project for after you get the place. There always has to be something, right? You can't have a perfect house. And that's the other thing. You know, if we haven't talked about this, I want everybody to know that watches this video. This is a great house, but if you say, well, it's not just quite right for me, it really needs to have some other... Okay, there's never going to be a perfect house. There is literally no such thing. You can't find that. You're going to find some homes that are good, and maybe even once in a while you'll find one that's great. But you're never going to find the perfect place because you're not going to know what the perfect place is until you're actually in it. Even if you have a house built, you're going to find things about the home that you had built that you don't like. That's the honest truth. I've been doing this a long time and have worked with so many thousands of buyers. And I tell everybody the same thing. Don't worry about whether it's the perfect house or not. Is it good enough? If the answer is yes, then that's the house you want, because all of the things that are not good enough for you, probably you can change. Or if you can't change them, you can worry about those things when you update to the next house. Because, you know, in 4 or 5 years, this house is going to be worth another 60 grand. And then you can take your money after you sell this house and buy yourself another house, right? No capital gains for the first 5 years. Or if you're here for at least 3 of 5 years is what I should say. Of course, you need to talk to your accountant about that, because that is just my opinion. But I believe that's really how it is. So talk to your accountant. But I think if you're here for at least 3 of 5 years, You don't have to pay capital gains when you sell. So you can take the equity that you build in your house and get one that's a little more like what you want. But even when you do that, it's still not going to be perfect. It's a journey. There's not really an end destination. And even when you buy your new house, you know what's going to happen is you're going to be thinking about, man, I sure wish we were in that other place. Man, I love the neighbors, and although the house wasn't perfect, the lot was exactly right, and the house sat on it just the right place. You see what I mean? There's always going to be something. So, folks, if it's good enough, then it's good enough. Don't hold out. And here's the other piece. If you love it, I promise you, everybody else loves it too. Everybody. Okay? So the ones that are like the best, ooh, everybody wants it, really, everybody does want it, which means you're going to be fighting to get that house. And you better be paying cash, or at least be putting down a huge amount of money and be able to close in like 2 weeks. Right? And be able to pay and willing to pay more than what the house is asked for if it happens to be one of those super popular ones. So anyway, look at this. I missed something. This outlet, and I think there's others in the home also that I missed. This outlet has a place for your USB cables to connect up for your phone. Now, I haven't seen any of these outlets yet with the new USB version, but you know, you can still use this and just put a little wireless pad down, you know, a wireless charging pad for everything. You got 2 USB outlets here. If there's some in the kitchen, that's perfect. You know, you can put your tab on that to have your little recipe video going, right, while you're doing your cooking. Anyway, we're going to head out. J. Frederick Smith, Continental Realty of Jax, 4443 Turner Avenue. It's a beautiful day. I'll see you at the next one.